Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're good.
My name's Flight Sergeant Ryan, and I am from 332 High Wycombe Squadron.
My name is Sergeant Austin, and I am also from 332.
I'm Padre Andy. I am the Station Chaplain at Royal Air Force High Wycombe.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Aki. I work in Space Command, and here is the time
To answer some of the most
Googled questions about
Remembrance. Let's give it a go. Something so satisfying about peeling this. All right.
Right, let's get on to the first board.
Ooh, I like this.
So, is Remembrance Day a public holiday?
I believe it is, surely, isn't it?
It is not a public holiday. It is commemorated formally, both on Armistice Day and Remembrance Sunday, but it is not a public holiday.
Oh,
Remembrance Sundays were usually when people gather, a bit like at the Cenotaph in London and across the UK. But then Remembrance Day is often remembered at the 11 o'clock on the 11th.
so there we go. Shows what I know. Here we go. Ooh.
Is Remembrance Day just about World War I and World War II?
No, it's not. It encompasses many different conflicts that have taken place around the world.
I feel like it's about everyone in the armed forces who put their lives in the line, the sacrifices and all that they do, working in the front lines, operating in the front lines, I believe. So yeah, World War I and World War II are like the big campaigns that we always remember. But yeah, definitely I feel like it's for anyone who served in the armed forces. Grand. All right, so we nailed that. Right, let's go.
Is Remembrance Day a Christian event?
Don't think so. Definitely not. Yeah, well, I was actually talking to one of the guards about this on my way in here. I get it that it's seen as a Christian event because, the armed forces are attached to the Church of England and they're the ones who run the ceremonies. But it's open to anyone.
It is an event for people of no faith and any faiths.
The most important thing is everyone's welcome to remember those who have fought and died for us.
You come to the armed forces today, it's open for everyone. Look at me. I don't even know what I am.
Is Remembrance Day only about remembering the dead? Again, no, many people can be remembered on Remembrance Day.
Remembrance Day is all about remembering those who did fight in the war, did die, and those who are still serving right now.
Past, present and future.
It's about remembering the sacrifices. And for me, that's beyond death. That's, folks who put their lives on the line. Imagine what those guys are going through. Imagine living through those memories, you surviving that. I think the key word here is sacrifices, and I don't want to keep rambling on about it, but sacrifices.
Next set. Why are poppies associated with Remembrance Day?
I actually know this. And I'm going to name drop Lieutenant Colonel McRae, Commonwealth brother from the Canadian Forces. So apparently during World War I, he wrote a poem. He pointed out that amongst the graves and all that, poppies grew.
At the Somme, there were many poppies in the fields, and that was then closely associated with those people who died, and that's why people wear the poppy.
Why are remembrance poppies red?
I'm not too sure why they're red. Guess if that's how they grew, then that's how we'll wear them. But there are also purple poppies to remember the animals who died during the war, and also black poppies to show that we recognise the black and African contributions to the war efforts.
There are different colours, so look that up if you're curious.
How are remembrance poppies supposed to be worn? Very often the poppy should be worn on the right-hand side. Some people say it should be worn on the left-hand side because that is closer to the heart. In the military uniform, we have medals on our left-hand side, so the poppy can very often be found on the right-hand side.
Most commonly it would be worn on the left, so it's close to the heart, but there is no correct way to wear it. If you want to wear it in your own way, you can do.
Left side with pride. And that's my answer. Okay, activate control throw. Oh, I nearly got the line. Oh.
And the final question is, why is Remembrance Day on November the 11th? This comes from when the armistice was signed at the end of the First World War. It was done on the 11th hour, on the 11th day of the 11th month. And that's why we remember Armistice Day on November the 11th.
And why is Remembrance Day important?
Because it is. That's what like school teachers used to say to me when I was growing up in Northern Ireland. They were just, why do we have to do this? Why is algebra important? It is. So I'm telling you it is. No, I'm only joking. Again, to go back to what I said earlier, it's about honouring the sacrifices of the many heroes, men, women, even children who put their lives in the line, who did everything they could to defend our country.
There's many reasons why Remembrance Day is important. I guess everyone may have their own personal reason, but it allows us to remember those who fought for us, died for us, allowed us to live the lives we live today. It also allows us to think about the people who are currently fighting for us and those who may do in the future as well.
But also to remember those people who continue to live with scars of war, whether that's people with PTSD, with moral injury, or something else. It could be a physical injury. To remember their sacrifice as they continue to live their lives, no matter what those scars may have been.
Yeah, it just allows us to remember what has happened in the past so that we don't repeat it in the future and we can continue to have peace.
Just important, just remember that. Special place in the heart, you know, that's why it's on the left side. End of message, end of broadcast.